This match was released first for our members on YouTube and Patreon. Becoming a member is the only way to watch all Purpose Wrestling shows presented in full. Thank you to all these YouTube and Patreon members who help us bring Purpose Wrestling to you. To support Purpose Wrestling, become a member at purposewrestling.com/members. Link in the description. Purpose Wrestling, for the love of wrestling.
In our rematch, I want no doubts. I promise you, mate, I'm going to hurt you in this match. I'm going to rip your arm from your body.
I want to beat you in your own game. We'll make it a submission match. I'll tap you out.
It's been a very eventful evening here at Welcome to Paradise. Beautifully named show, by the way. Second best choice after holiday. But I'm not going to have this conversation in public. Come on, that's not what I'm doing here. I had a great day. I had a feeling that one of the guys that's about to come out, I believe, is going to fight him. James Pharrell, with that beautiful jacket. Yeah, how's that jaw, Harry?
From London, standing 6'2", and weighing 98 kilograms. He is the most dangerous grappler in professional wrestling, James Pharrell!
Cited by Harry Sefton, who is trying his best to act like I didn't just clock him as hard as I could earlier today. I'm sure he's in pain, he just don't want to put it forward. Anyway, it's not about me, come on, this is not about me. What am I doing here? James Pharrell and Jordon Bryant have been involved in a huge rivalry here at Purpose Wrestling ever since James Pharrell showed up in the scene. And the big victim was Rex Armstrong, who we heard here earlier today. James Pharrell believed that Rex, just like a lot of wrestlers like Rex, were making a joke out of professional wrestling here at Purpose Wrestling. He wanted to make sure that things got back on track, and he blamed Jordon Bryant. At the time, the Purpose Wrestling Champion, and the first ever Purpose Wrestling Champion, is the person that was at the helm of this deviation that was disrespectful to him and to every wrestler in history that he respects. They had a British rules match. James Pharrell tried to cheat to win and even got his hand raised until the referee, the legendary Steve Bray, reversed his decision after seeing the powder in Jordon Brake's eyes and in the ring, awarding the match to Jordon Brake, but still things weren't fully decided. There was still an asterisk on that win because it wasn't fully determined. It was by referee's decision, and they decided to have a rematch. Jordon Brakes and Harry Sefton had a match here last time. The winner would decide the stipulation of this match. Jordon Brakes won via the Scorpion Deathlock and challenged James Pharrell to a submission match. And this is why we get here today. The first ever Purpose Wrestling Champion, one of the greatest technical wrestlers in the country, facing against someone who calls himself the most dangerous technical wrestler in the country. This one's gonna be a doozy, Bob.
I heard you say...
Did I use doozy properly?
You did. Your English is getting better and better, David.
I can speak this language a little bit.
I heard you say in calling, and I said it in the ring, Jordon Brake's first ever Purpose Wrestling Champion. You know what this is, David? This is the first ever submissions match in Purpose Wrestling history.
Look at that. And I couldn't think of two better people to do this match with, because are there two better technical wrestlers in the country right now than these two?
I want to say it, and I know you don't like it, David, but I'm here for it. And let's have a bit of techers. Let's go.
Look, techers, come on. You're better than this, buddy. What are you doing?
I like my football too. That's where they got that from.
Your footy? You like your footy?
I do indeed. Lining up center of the ring now.
Very interesting to see the flash of styles here as well. Jordon is the most proficient at bringing in classic British wrestling, what people call the world of sports style. The lessons and the strategies that were implied then, I don't think there's anyone in this world that has brought them to the future, to the current, to 2024, as much as Jordon Brakes did. And you will see more agility, more cunningness. Cunningness a word? Am I using it properly?
More cunning. More cunning.
More cunning? But that's the adjective. I'm trying to find the noun, right? Anyway, On the other end, James Pharrell, he has been training in the Wigan Snake Pit. He is brutal. He is vicious.
Jordan, look for the Scorpion Deathlock straight away.
That's what you have to do, right? James Pharrell, as I said, is vicious, and only with submissions, with stretching you out, with bending your body in ways that you didn't know was possible. Nasty and horrible.
Roll through by breaks. Look at the Deathlock one more time. Look at that Scorpion Deathlock. Got the legs crossed over. Pharrell, though, smart, makes it to the ropes.
That's dangerous. If Jordon gets the lock properly, he gets to sit down the way that he sat on Harry Sefton, it's over. It's how quickly Harry Sefton tapped once he proper got locked in the Scorpion Deathlock.
These two, proficient in so many submissions, but at the end of the day, the two most brutal that it could come down to is that Scorpion Deathlock by breaks. But have you seen what James Pharrell has been implementing recently in his arsenal that has, I think, gone unbroken out of? If it gets in it, people have tapped out pretty quickly.
Immediate. The chicken wing.
Chicken wing, yeah. Leverage by Pharrell now, getting that wide base, not allowing breaks to roll him through.
Sometimes when you're in a submission match like this, and you're the kind of wrestler, basically what's happening with submission matches is that you're taking away one of the ways you can win the match, right? Everything else is valid, the rope breaks will still be valid, no disqualification, that's all that. It's just there's no pin. And sometimes when you take that element, it can really affect the majority of the wrestlers because they're used to strategizing in specific ways. Not because of these two. These two almost always wrestle in submission matches in a way. They're very used to going into holds, so they are both in their element when the rules are in this at this level.
It's also been said for the muscle memory. You hit a big move, you go for a pin. That is a wrestler's muscle memory.
Yeah. And another thing as well is Jordon has a lot of pinning combinations from this training and from his inspirations, and he can't use them now. He just won't be able to go for it.
Hey, that combination that took him all the way to the Purpose Wrestling Championship was that European clutch.
Yes.
No one kicked out of it right up until Jordon won the title.
Oh, look at this. That's a hole right there. That's a banana split. The variation on it. The groins and James Pharrell screeching to their limit.
I don't know if you've ever been caught in that, David. What does that feel like? That must be
it's
excruciating.
Because I'm sure that sometimes you've been like had a leg pulled or something like that. Imagine that feeling constant, like someone is pulling on that leg and then pulling just the other leg the other way. Horrible. Same thing with the shoulders and the chest that you're feeling there.
Breaks, using a variation on a clover leaf.
Here, James Pharrell just wrenching in pain. Will it be enough to get the tap here?
I think people think of the lower back of that, but it's also the knee joint being bent around your own ankle.
And your foot as well being like pulled in a way that normally doesn't go. This could be it. The crowd going for the tap. Could this be it, Bobby?
Pharrell pops round though, and then normally you fall into a cover. That gave Breaks the opportunity to get in this Kimura, that double wrist lock.
Yeah, he also has the break special, which you haven't seen for a while, but he knows it's something in his arsenal that is very strong as well. He can use the double wrist lock to set that up. Very interesting. You know something else, another element of this submission match here that is happening with the fact that you don't have pin, is that you can't reverse from a hold into a pinning predicament to force your opponent to break the submission so that it doesn't get pinned. That goes out of the way. They can absolutely 100% have their shoulder blades down and they're not in 8.
We saw that with the stretch that Breaks was doing. He laid his shoulders flat in order to get more torque on the back of Pharrell. Loading him up now, across the shoulders, fireman's carry. Pharrell slips out the back. Look for the Olympic slam. Slam in the middle of the ring. Causing some separation. Pharrell really needed that break.
100%. Jordon. Oh, he's going for the cover. You can see that. That's how badly Jordon breaks have affected James Pharrell. He is being so emotional and in such pain that he forgets that if the things don't count, and he gets caught in that arm drag, and he has to rake Jordon breaks his eye in that armbar.
The armbar, sitting deep, like you said, only way out was to rake the eyes. We've seen it time and time again. James Pharrell will go low. We saw it in their previous account with the powder to the eyes.
If there's something that we can say from what we've seen in this match so far, is when things are fair, when things are balanced, Jordon Break is a better technical wrestler. As shown at least in this match, he's a better technical wrestler and a better submission wrestler than James Pharrell, even though he didn't get the one thing that actually counts, which is a tap. So James had to resort to the Olympic slam, had to resort to raking the eyes, cornering Jordon Break, to try and beat him down in other ways, because if he stays too close, Jordan's going to be able to reverse catch him into the hole.
I think what's infuriating about watching it is James Pharrell has it in him to hang with Jordan Breaks in this situation, but instead he chooses not to. Big bad body drop.
What if he doesn't, Bobby? What if he doesn't have it in him? What if he knows, or at least he believes? Or maybe he's just so emotional about this entire situation, how people regard Jordan Break as this top of the mountain technical wrestler, that he just can only think about that when he's in the ring with Jordan, because he believes he should be in that spot. And that's eating him inside and getting to him mentally.
I think the other thing you need to take into account is Jordan isn't saying, I can only beat you technically. Jordan has modernised this British technical style. But Pharrell is trying to say, I can beat you in this. Jordan doesn't necessarily want to stick to it. Jordan's happy to go with his usual arsenal. He's modernising of the techniques. Pharrell now grounding STF. Great
Beautiful
reversal.
position there. You saw how he was able to go around, and this can be a matter of time. Can Jordan Breaks get to the rope and maybe reverse out of this?
Pharrell is a big man, a solid 6'2", 6'3", 6'2", I said in his introduction. He's a big man, lots of weight across the back of Breaks there. Breaks reversing using the fingers.
Great job manipulation there by Jordan, who also, since last time, he's definitely getting beefier. He's put a lot of muscle on him, and he's becoming harder to move around.
I see that TK Cooper and Jordan Breaks been hitting the gym together, some gym buddying. Pharrell following in Breaks, German suplex. Not giving Breaks a second to recover. Breaks trying to hold on to the rope, trying to pull himself up. Holding on to the side. Pharrell, that was clever. There was a short distance between Breaks and the ropes, and Pharrell occupied that space, gets in and gets this key lock on.
Not just pulling the shoulder off the socket, Bobby. This is the nastiness we were talking about.
Stomping on the shoulder joint. You see people from that position stomp on the head. That is not Pharrell's game plan. Stomping on that shoulder joint. All for the setup of that chicken wing.
Yeah, 100%. The way that your shoulder gets stretched in that chicken wing is devastating. I've never been put into it by James. I've been put into it by other wrestlers. But it seemed like James found a way to perfect it with such effectiveness that it's just deadly. And all this work will be to ensure that as soon as that hold is in, it'll only come out when James wants to.
Pharrell, shoulder tackle, taking the wind out of Breaks. Sends Breaks across the ring. The power uses his entire body weight.
Look at this, lured in, Bobby. We've seen Jordan be very resilient and waiting for his time, and he seems like he did exactly that.
Crossbody, Jordan Breaks take it to the sky. We don't normally see that. Straight into that double wrist lock. Not quite the Break special. And using his legs to lock the other arm of Pharrell.
Pharrell in the middle of the ring with the entire weight of Jordan Breaks on top. He doesn't have a lot of options, except this one, just headbutting the diaphragm, and Jordan Breaks making it super hard to breathe, Bobby.
Hey, oxygen is your fuel, and if you can't breathe, you can't go. The power of James Pharrell, just a slam there. One thing
He was desperate. He was desperate. He needed to do something to get out of this hold, Bobby. And you can see the frustration starting to setting in his eyes. He feels like he's in control, but he cannot put Jordan Breaks away.
Pharrell standing over Jordan Breaks. Maybe looking, he's going to look for that chicken wing. Get Breaks into position. Arm wrapped around the throat. Breaks keeping his wings wide. Roll through. Great reversal by Breaks. Look for a suplex. Reversal by Pharrell. Jordan, though, tying him up in knots. Flattens him out on the mat. Breaks rear naked choke. Got him. You saw Pharrell just looking
He
lost.
doesn't have a bullet. Yeah, Pharrell's trying to make sure he doesn't get the hold. Now he's got it.
Breaks tying Pharrell up in knots. Slippery like an hill. Slips in the back. Gets the rear naked choke. This one could be over.
Oh, he didn't put the hand in the back of the head properly, and James gets a finger. Oh, but he gets reversed. Look at that. Jordan again showing he's one step ahead of James Pharrell.
Into the armbar. Pharrell locking the wrist though, locking the fingers, not letting the Breaks get the extension. Changing
I love
tack.
this one. Beautiful arm lock. Look at that.
Not one you see a lot in modern wrestling. That doesn't stop
Beautiful
Jordan
arm
Breaks.
scissors there.
Pharrell using his power, using using that frame, dumping brakes on the back of his neck.
He is signaling that he just dumped him on his head, Bobby.
Snap as he did it as well. Headbutt to the ribs. There seems to be two tactics here for Pharrell. Take away the gas tank, take away that oxygen, and then work on the shoulder joint.
James Pharrell is looking around, trying to get his breath back, trying to think what he needs to do to put Jordon breaks away. Because it seems like Jordon has a counter for every time James tries to go for that chicken wing.
Pharrell taking his time now, not smart when you're in the ring with the first ever Purpose Wrestling champion.
What is it doing?
Trying to psych brakes up, trying to bring the darkness out of brakes. Look for a tombstone. Brakes though, bell clapping, using the thighs. Flights his way down. There it is, into the stretch, putting the elbow straight into the ribs.
Abdominal stretch there by Jordon breaks, a beautiful reversal, so slick as well. Oh, and he's going on around. There's the octopus, Bobby.
Oh, that shoulder is in an unnatural position. Pharrell might have no choice but to tap out. Pharrell also taking all of the weight of Jordon, having to use his arm just to stay up.
Pharrell showing he is very resilient. And he's able to endure so much. Where's the breaking point by James Pharrell? This may be where it is!
Scorpion death hook! Scorpion death hook! Not quite in the centre, but there it is, dragging him to the centre. Now, can Pharrell find a way to fight out? He's going to have to. The Scorpion death hook, Jordan, look at the look on his face. As Pharrell fights. Just a straight right hand. That is not technical wrestling, if you ask me, David. That is.
Those are slaps to the ear that are just trying to psych Jordon breaks out, and Jordon responds in the same way.
Breaks. Looking at Pharrell. Pharrell laughing.
Is he laughing?
Pharrell has brought the dirty, darker side out of Jordon breaks, and he is loving every second of it, challenging breaks to bring it. Breaks wearing down Pharrell.
This isn't the Jordon breaks we're used to seeing. He is calm, he is into it, he is relaxed. He is getting angry and frustrated at James Pharrell just because James is laughing. It's almost like James not taking him seriously. He can't even stand up straight and he's not taking Jordon seriously.
Jordan can take a lot of punishment, but what he cannot seem to take is some disrespect. Look at Pharrell challenging breaks. Challenging breaks to
Giving
kill
him.
Yeah. Challenging breaks to go for that kill shot. Do it, Jordan. Finish him off. Let him know who exactly you are, the first ever Purpose Wrestling champion. What a roll through by Pharrell. Jordan's legs are under the rope. No, tap straight away. What a...
Here is your winner, James Pharrell.
Pharrell wrapping up the legs of Jordan so they couldn't reach the rope, cinching in that chicken wing, and breaks tapped in a matter of split seconds.
It's almost like James Pharrell gave Jordan his hand, left him into a false sense of security, only to wrap him up perfectly and get him in the chicken wing, Bobby.
You take breaks out of his game for just a split second and then implement such a game plan. What a roll through. He knows how lethal his chicken wing is. He knows that there's no escape. He managed to tie Jordan's legs up so they wouldn't reach the ropes. And say what you want about Pharrell, say that he's a dirty fighter, there is a moment there of excellence, a moment of brilliance by James Pharrell.
I cannot say that this proves that James Pharrell is the best technical wrestler, but they're going to say it. They're going to continue to say it, and James Pharrell is going to ride this wave forever.
I am the biggest and strongest and fastest and just best I've ever been at the moment. But I'm still a dumbass. James suckered me in, he baited me in and I fell for it and he beat me. I don't know what happens next.
Thank you for watching Purpose Wrestling. Don't miss any of the great pro wrestling action live in Wimbledon. Join us at the Merton Art Space. All details for tickets in the description below. Make sure you subscribe to the Purpose Wrestling YouTube channel for more great matches. Thank you for watching and see you next time.